Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's. We took a little break, and hey, we got some stud pups. Nice. Alright, I should have done a prediction on Twitch. That would have been fun. Yes, glasses, Aelor. I have dry eye, and allergies right now are making my eyes so bad, so wearing contacts is kind of out of the question for me. So we're on glasses. Glasses, Krydax. But yeah, now we can switch the studs over to growing new studs out of these 4 pups, and then we've got plenty. So that will be impossible to fail. Now I say impossible, it's not technically impossible. But we had 10% to the 2nd power to fail before. Now we're going to have 10% to the 6th power, which is 1% of 1% of 1%, which I believe is 1 in a million. So, I mean, it's still a chance, but not likely. Anyway, we'll let that run for a while, and now what do we need to do? I guess we need to automate the actual regular cotton gut loop, which is water barrels, which of course, that broke everything. Why did that break everything? Weird. Really weird. I mean, I know I can set cotton guts to a specific number, but then it does that problem we talked about before where it won't show me the right number of blocks. Because we need the 0.06 or 3.34 per minute. Oh, do I have to... No, even that doesn't work. See, this is where, like, okay, either it's bugged or it's bad. You know, one of those two. Because, like, it really shouldn't even have broken when I did that. I don't even have matrix solver on. Like, what is going on? Oh, was I hitting the wrong one? Okay, maybe, just maybe, if I add the barrels and then control like that. It still doesn't work, but it changed color, which is odd. What if I unlink it? This is so weird. I mean, is that just another bug we found, or is there something I'm doing wrong? The other hard part, sometimes you can't tell. I think it's just bug, to be honest. What if I do matrix solver? Oh, that's even worse. Why does that end up with an excess? Oh, because it's matrix solving for Moondrops. But then it's using all of the Moondrops? Even then, that doesn't... I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, we can leave off the water barreler, obviously. But you shouldn't have to. We can throw on the water barreler and then set it to 0%. Even that doesn't fix it. Because it, like, it somehow then matrix solves itself to have 0 in and 0 out, rather than staying at 0.08 in and 0.08 out. It's really weird. I feel like Helmod used to be able to handle that. Again, it just feels like Helmod's taken a lot of steps backwards. rather than steps forwards. Which I don't totally get. But I will not turn this into another Hellmod rant episode. So we'll just move on with our lives here. We're going to need 4 greenhouses for the Moondrops. For this many, but we need more than this because we got 5 running. So what we can do, I'm assuming this works properly, but I could still be wrong about that, is assembler limitation. Also, why does that say 225? Did it just drop a decimal for me? Wait, what? What is happening? What? Why do those numbers go insane when I hit assembler limitation? Absolutely no idea. Couldn't even wager a guess on why. I can do computing by factory and then just put 5 there. And then matrix solve? Even that doesn't work. Well, this is weird. So I guess the solution... This is so bad. I don't want to have to do it this way. Is to fix the output. See, and this is so... This is just... Okay, here's the rant. Here's the rant. Here it comes. I feel it coming on. I feel like day 9 right now. It's my stream and I can rant all I want. Okay, so here's one of the things that's really weird about new Hellmod. When these numbers are not set, then they match the need of the block above them, right? That makes sense because it's linked. Well, technically it happens even if it's unlinked. But, you know, that's right. That should work. If it's unlinked, it shouldn't work. That's a different problem. That's its own bug. We've ranted about that before. I won't rant about that bug again. I just will point out that it's still happening because, like, if I set this to 1, well, that turned to 0, which is its own problem. I'm gonna ignore that. That bug does exist. It's just hard to prove it when other bugs are existing. Like, what's a good example? So, like, that needs 0.01. If I set this to 1, it's still not even... It's these stupid cotton guts. I just hit Control-Z and undid something in the game world. And Control-Y is not a thing. Wonderful. I'm just breaking everything now. Just to try to prove a point about the rant I'm not making. Oh, I need to set that back to 0. That's not good. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, back to the rant. I'm just proving that this is still a bug, right? If I set that to 1, it makes 1.01 because it still is also meeting the demand of what's above it rather than being unlinked. So that one I'm pretty sure is just a bug. So really what you're setting here is extra quantity. You're not setting the quantity, you're setting the excess production. And it stays linked no matter what you do with this button. So I think that's still a bug. Anyway, that's not what we're ranting about. What we're ranting about is how the amount produced in here matches the amount needed, and it auto matrix solves itself to produce that amount. You'll notice this is an output of 0.06 when these are really making 0.11. And so it's kind of doing a little bit of matrix solving already to produce the 0.06 that we need. But if I set this manually to 0.06, then it doesn't do that matrix solving. So it's like setting it manually to the same amount that it was automatically making, does it a different way. It's like matrix solver was kind of automatically on when this was unset, and now if I set it to the exact same number, it changes number because now it turns off like the auto matrix solver. I wonder, by the way, if that'll fix our water barrel problem. It does. That's funny. So it's kind of like matrix solver is on by default when you haven't set any of the outputs. In fact, that might be exactly what's happening. No, because the water barrel thing still works because that's set manually, which really means when it's not set manually. Why is that not going back to 0.06 though? Wait. What happened? That should have gone back. Oh, cool. Now we got a weird bug. Oh, is it making barrels for something? Does one of these need barrels? No. Somehow I got the idea that barrels are the... I hit the clear button. Oh, sorry. I never hit this button. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, Alor, it's some sort of weirdness that it's automatically doing so that this produces it produces the amount that's wanted as the final output. So you're right, it might just be scaling it by a multiplier, which is what I normally do manually to fix these sort of things anyway. So like having that sort of happen automatically is like a helpful thing, but it's very confusing because then if you're like, oh, I want 0.06, wait, now it's making a different amount? What? It's just really weird. But essentially what I'm going to do is just plug in the number until that turns into 5. So we're going to divide by 1.5 times 5, and there we go, exactly 5 Prandium Labs. And then we should end up with an excess of cotton guts here. Oh no, sorry, we won't, because then this fixes the amount of blocks to match what we need. So essentially what this is telling us is the actual build we're going to do is this, and we only need 53% of that build to meet our cotton gut needs. We have learned enough about how the new Hell mod works that I'm pretty sure that's right. I don't love it. I don't love that that's the way it works. I'm not going to argue about it, but we're done ranting. Anyway, I do need to pin that, so I know what to do Moondrop-wise. And we need only 1 reproductive complex for this. I need 100 titanium. And then 6 Moondrop greenhouses. I kind of wish you could hover over these and it would show you the recipe. That would be cool. For the Moondrop. Rather than showing you... I mean, those things are probably more useful, to be honest, than the recipe, but sometimes I want the recipe. Okay, I need way more iron in small parts. And titanium, and probably glass. Actually, I might not need glass. Those need 40. I'll take some more glass before I leave the glass zone. Actually, I'll just hide half of that window. Okay, a little bit more glass, some more titanium. Is up here. It's kind of all in a circle. Do I need more duralumin? Sure, we'll take a bit more. Titanium. Steel? We need iron and small parts, which are right over here. Pipes? We're actually okay on pipes. Steam engines. Always can use more of those. Nano booties. Some air cores. Mechie inserts. And undergrounds. And small parts. Oh, what did I undo, by the way? When I hit undo in Hell mod, and it always screws something up. It had to have been something over here, right? I hope. I think it was over here. Didn't they say in Factorio 2.0 they're adding a redo function? Am I remembering that correctly, or am I dreaming about features I want to have? Anyway, greenhouses. I need 4 more. A reproductive complex and a bot nursery, which needs planter boxes. I have in a box. Boxes in a box over here somewhere. Right? Yes. Why is this stopped? Stone brick. Stone brick? Really? What's wrong with stone? Lots is wrong with stone. What the? Wait. Are we? What's going on here? Huh. Now we added supplemental. Oh, wait. Did we break? Yeah, we did. Hold on. What's happening here? Is this supposed to be stone and wood? Oh god, what did I do? Yeah, I think that's supposed to be stone and wood. Yeah, most certainly. Okay. When I added my wood production, I broke something. Hey, Hematin? Yeah, I would suggest downgrading Hellmod to the previous stable version, which was like 0.12 something or whatever. It was before, it was before 1.0. And I still, look, I can totally understand the difficulties of developing a mod. Please do not hear me saying or bad-mouthing Helfima in any way. However, I will add... Okay, yeah, so side-loading stone is supposed to happen here. It's so weird. How do we even do this easily? I guess just like this. Okay. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is just that, like, I don't think it should have been released into 1.0. That's what I can't really agree with / understand. There's nothing wrong with the fact that it's buggy. I think there's something wrong with the fact that it's really buggy and really different, and even if things aren't bugged, it's like, oh, you need to release a manual with this mod update, because, like, tons of people use the mod, tons of people know how to use it, and you're changing tons of functionalities all at once on people. You know, that's not normally what a 1.0 release looks like. 1.0 is usually like, hey, there's a couple new features, awesome. All the bugs are fixed, awesome. And that's not really what happened here. It's more like an alpha version of new Hellmod than anything else. Is kind of how it functions right now. So, anyway. I think that fixes it. I mean, I don't have any stone, which is a different issue. Which is also weird because I have... So is tar the issue? Tar is the issue. Wait a second. Tar should be getting fully consumed. What's up with that? Why are you backed up on bitumen? We're backed up on light oil? What? Do we not have a dumper for that? Oh wait, aren't these supposed to be fast enough? Light oil 75. These use 75 light oil. What is going on here? There's no dumper for aromatics. Why is there no dumper for aromatics? This one doesn't have aromatics hooked up. Wait, but this one... Hold on. What is going on here? Oh, that's just a dumb pipe that shouldn't exist. Okay. They're actually hooked up to this, which they are properly hooked up. And then that goes all the way up here, and it's one-way pumped into that, which has a dumper that's not working. Or something. If it's greater than 315, then I do throw it into some steam makers, which means I need more steam makers. And then I need an overflow here into the dumper. And yes, I am calling it a dumper. I am well aware of what that sounds like. Yeah, Alor, I have the same policy normally, which is why it's weird that I did it that way. I normally do 2 belts join sideways, even if one of them is only 1 lane already. So I don't know why I broke my own policy there. Okay, so that might fix it, or is there still... Maybe it's just flow rate issues. No, I think that fixed it. Gosh. You know, you wouldn't think that not properly dumping your aromatics is why your stone is flowing too slowly, but, you know, here we are. Welcome to pYanodon's. And I am going to make that 300,000 because... Well, no, I have a pump here, so that actually probably doesn't matter. If I was flowing directly into the tank, the flow rate would slow down as the tank fills up because there's less of a differential. But I'm flowing into a pump, which creates essentially a vacuum and a full differential. So I actually think that's not an issue. So I probably didn't have to change that to 305K. Alas, it's fine. Okay, and then I also might need to stop needing all these stone bricks. Earlier I said that was necessary, now apparently it broke my science. Anyway, planter boxes. Yeah, it's fine. I guess there's no way to have only planter boxes split. So I need a separate ash. This is such a waste. But we'll do it. In case ash gets put in here. Keep it going. And just make sure that gets on the right. Well, it's splitting left. Never mind. That was unnecessary. This music track always reminds me of the underwater theme in Super Mario 64. Gives me those same vibes. Why was I even doing all of that? What did I need? I needed something, and I already forgot what it was. I have the reproductive complex. It was... literally no idea. Oh, it was the botanical nursery. That's what it was. And that needed planter boxes, and that's what got me going on all of that. Okay. Got it. Sometimes it takes a minute to remember all these things. Okay, so now we've got 4 more studs, which need to go into here to start the making more pups, but that'll go a lot faster because we've got 6 of them. They're so cute. Look at them run around. Turn off alt mode for a second. Got like this little feeding trough thing, which is awesome. And provides shade for them. So they run around and have fun. So beautiful. Okay, that being said, 5 Prandium labs, 1 reproductive complex, which is the size of almost 4 Prandium labs. Aligned this way with 2 spaces, just to be safe. That also needs... which one are we doing? That one? No. Wait. Yeah, it is this one. It is this one. Okay. So those need the same things. We just need... pups need tree seeds in addition. So I should be able to use the same belts for both. But we need priority. Does priority matter here? I don't think so, because it's a loop. And it's a positive loop. And nothing feeds itself, so we don't need any priority. Okay, hear me out. Rather than barrels being on a loop, we're gonna have water barrels with one of the food ingredients, and then we're gonna send empty barrels back the other direction with the pups, like so. And then they'll be on the same belt. Now, I could just use 1 inserter, but instead I'm gonna just use 2 inserters, and then that's the wrong barrel. I don't have to do any weird shenanigans. So those will be on this belt, and then this belt will feed these buildings. And then the food items and the water, which is 4 things, will be on these 2 belts. And then there will be a nice little underground there. All this, there'll be another power pole out there, and I think that does it for what we can copy. Nope, output. Output, empty barrels, like so, and output cotton goodies. Now, the actual cotton guts are going to need a loop back too, aren't they? So I guess I will need 1 more belt. Because the cotton guts... Oh, shoot. I need another belt? How many belts do we need? Good God. Maybe the reproductive complex should be on this end? Because I am going to want... Basically, we need 5 things into this with a different thing into that. So there's 6 things in total and 3 things out total, which makes me think I would need 5 belts, but we should be able to do it in 4 if I'm smart. I do think I should put the reproductive complex on the other end. My instinct tells me that will fix the problem, but I have 0 evidence for that. I guess we'll find out. Iron Ghost is going to be encroached a bit here. Oh, I was like, why is that not running? There we go. Throw some more studs up. Okay, so now we are going to be sending the pups... That's the wrong recipe. I don't know how I'm ever going to remember to tell the difference between those 2, but they look so similar. Basically just the way they're facing. Okay, so we want to send the empty barrels and the cotton guts left. Cool. I don't know why I deleted that. Cotton gut. Regular cotton guts. Okay, so that's all going left. Perfect. The regular cotton guts will be prioritized to go to the old Bonkination chamber. And then they'll go somewhere else. Full water barrel and all 4 food items. 4? Yeah, there's 4 food items. Well, 1 water, but I count that as a type of food. And then we're gonna need 1 more belt. So 2, 3. Yeah, okay, we are gonna make it work with 4 belts total then. Because we'll do water barrels, some other thing, and then some other thing. I know that's nice and clear. But it should work. Let's go that way. Okay, so then we need to take, send. Okay. And then you need to take from these as well. One of these is full water barrels. And this will be the pups. Pup. Regular pups. Go on that one. Okay, that should do it for that loop. We need a water barreling machine with water. We should have water over here somewhere. We do. Easy enough. So then the empty barrels get filtered off here at some point. And then go. And then we put barrels, it doesn't really matter, back on any of these belts. And then we gotta get the 3 food ingredients, tree seeds, Relasia, and Moondrops over here. Now, tree seeds I probably need to grow locally, so I should have factored that in. Nope, that's a fast wood forestry, not just wood. Logs. The ash version. So much better, but where am I going to get 30 ash over here? Okay, that's fine. I only need half of a fastwood forestry, even with just the water recipe. Oh wait, no, I'm not making seedlings. Oh, I need moss for seedlings. Oh god, this is such a mess. Okay, hold on. I just need wood. Can I get wood over here? How close is the nearest wood bill? Oh, I have wood right there. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Tree seeds are just wood. Nothing to be concerned about. We'll just grab this. Grab this wood. Hey, look, manure. Okay. So wood is on the bottom, barrels on the top, Malaysia seeds on the top. Actually don't know what this will be yet. Yeah, that's on the top. But we can make it on the bottom so that we don't run into mistakes, as we talked about before. And what's the last thing? Oh, Moondrops, which we have not set up. Oof. We don't need to deconstruct that. Though we may need to move it, because I'm going to put the Moondrops here. So I'll move that over here. Less likely to be in the way. For Moondrops, we needed 7. And a single noisery. Cool. These need water, so we gotta get that going. We really just have an in and an out. It's easy enough. Power pole. Copy that. Okay, I'm almost out of inserters. That's bad. Bad news bears. Okay, so we're gonna feed all the Moondrops over here, and then the extras are gonna go to Cotton Guts. So again, I think it works better to have the seed doodad over there on the left, because they're gonna feed in from the left side. Get rid of this one, put it over here. Then I need to go grab however many Moondrops I have, which is probably not enough. I think they need it to sharpen their teeth on, you know, like little beavers. That's how I'm viewing it. Okay, so then that means I screwed this up, and we need to switch these. Directions. Oh, it won't paste that way. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna put the whatchamahoozits. Oh, right. I have to filter. Okay. The seeds go to the right, always. And then the rates are up to 1.5. There's no way we're gonna produce that, right? I actually don't know. No, not even close. 0.18. Okay, so then the seeds always go over there, and the Moondrops cycle back around, because we get back 2.2, I think. 10% chance for 2 on average. Yeah, it's 2.2. So, like, why couldn't it have just been 2, you know? And it, I don't know, it's just funny how that works. I guess they guarantee... I don't even know. Never mind. It just feels so arbitrary, like those random chance mechanics in Pi. Like, why is it a 20% chance for 1, or a 10% chance for 1 to 3? It could be a 20% chance for 1. It could be a 15% chance for 1 to 4. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It looks like I'm loading wood right onto the belt. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they are going to have a tough time eating the entire log, aren't they? Instead of the tree seeds that they're supposed to be fed. Yeah, you're right about that. You are right about that. The nice thing is the wood provides the fuel for these guys, and it's clean burning fuel. So I don't have to worry about that whatsoever. You're going to need to hoover up all of that wood, though. Vacuumized. Alright. That's better. Thank you, Zieglim. This needs to be some sort of... So that's the Moondrops. How does this... I don't know why this is always so hard for me. We essentially want to prioritize our own recycled Moondrops. So those are going to go on about here. And then I'm going to side load later on, 1 square later, I'm going to side load the Moondrops from these. And that will always prioritize then these Moondrops. I might want to give it 2 squares to get a slightly larger buffer for the prioritization. And then we need to priority write the Moondrops themselves back into the nursery. We'll give that a few squares of buffer as well. Do I have any of these things? No. And then that should mean this is then free, well, not free, but like available full-size Moondrops for our little cotton gut friends to munch on. And that can be provided... Oh, of course that corner's in the way. It looks like I could build on that corner. Now that's one thing Factorio cannot do, is just straight up what feels to be a fairly normal thing, which is like non-square buildings. Can't do it. Factorio fears one man. Fears no man, but that thing, a non-rectangular building, it scares me. Okay, let's find some Moondrops. And then that'll probably be getting close to the end of the episode already. It's crazy. See how Flime ties. We do have 100 seeds. Okay, I'll just take those. I'm gonna ignore that chest for now. Space Age changes that. Does it? As far as I know, it's not even possible in the engine, though, so they probably have some sort of hacky solution. Oh, Space Age, not Space Exploration. My bad. Wait, they do? What buildings are not rectangular? Why am I forgetting... What's not rectangular? Oh, the pilings for the elevated rails, right? Is that what it was? I'm trying to remember. Is that right? Because those are like this shape, right? Or something? I can't remember. Maybe I'm making that up. Anyway, what am I doing? Moondrops up here. So the seeds go into you guys. Boom. Nope, I did that. Fine. Oh, you know, I forgot that we can't get this started without at least one. I also need more water to go up. Yet again, one of the few times that I want a T-junction. And I'm not even going to craft one, because if I do, then it'll end up in my inventory at some point. I'm just resisting altogether. I do have to run back to get some Moondrops. Dang it. I even had those 17, and I was like, I don't need them. 100 seeds is enough to start things. Well, it sure isn't. They already teased a non-rectangular building. Well, thanks for telling me what it is, Dave. I don't remember what building it was. Which one is it? I just accidentally right-clicked, and I saw the bar show up, but I don't think I deconstructed anything. Okay. The rail supports. Okay. That is. I was remembering that correctly. Surprisingly. Alright. Boom. Shakalaka. And because of how these work, it's faster to have all of them running at least a little bit, because they do have a baseline crafting speed of 0.05. And the Moondrop modules are worth 100% each, so it's kind of like each building itself provides one module's worth of crafting speed. And depending on what animal or flower you're working with, sometimes building provides more than that, sometimes less. Technically, it's always faster to have more buildings running on average, but then you have to account for the fact that having only one building running would make it finish sooner, which would mean you get more Moondrops sooner, which means you could spin things up faster. So it's actually an interesting question. There's a solution somewhere in between, you know, having 17... How many module slots are there? 10... 16... Is it better to have one at 16 modules or 16 buildings running at one module? What would end up with you getting all of them full faster? And I'm guessing the solution is somewhere between one building and 16 buildings, to be honest. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is just get it going as fast as possible, so put them all in one building. Because then you can spin it up faster. Probably depends on crafting times, though, because if this took forever, for example, it would be faster to have two. I don't know. It probably depends on a few variables that are hard to do in your head. The bonus from a Moondrop is exactly 100%. So each building that's running is like having another Moondrop module. Now, there's also the case of, like, what if I had exactly 7 Moondrops? It's probably faster to run it like this, because then I'm going twice as fast as if I had all 7 in one building. Well, almost twice as fast. Because one building would be at like 8 speed, whereas 7 buildings are going at 14 speed. Which probably overshadows the fact. But given I had this many already, it probably would have been better to put the 6 in here. At this point, it doesn't matter, but it is a curious math question. Speaking of coal power plants, I still need a bunch. How are my circuits built up? 400 again. Okay. I think we're finally caught up on circuits. That feels really good. That feels really good. Yeah, you're not wrong about the partials that go into a bunch of different buildings, and that can mess things up for sure. Yeah, the fastest way to loop it would probably be to, like, cut it off like this and just let these two loop for a while until they back up. And then, you know, add the next one in, let those back up. But, like you said, that requires babysitting, and I'm not here to do a ton of babysitting. I need a trash chest here for all that soil. I end up with a pup. One little poopy. Oh, that's because this nope. I don't have it selected, but the stud recipe has a chance at giving you a regular pup. That's what happened there. Okay, let's go get some more food. I just gave away all my seaweed. That was stupid. I need that. And starch, fiberboard. Keep the biomass there. There we go. Fiberboard. Oh, I ran out of fiber. Let me go grab some more. And then we can have that going a little more, and then we'll probably call it an episode for YouTube. Alright, fiber, where are you at? Right here. Maybe I'll let that build up to 2 stacks as well. Grab some treated wood while I'm here. Oh, I forgot the hydroxide. It's in the same place. Dang it. Okay, well, oh no. That's not what I wanted. Alright. 40 food, that's a lot more than we had before. And automating these is such a pain in the butt. We really need rails. Once we have LTN, we can really start to get all this going over the course of 5 years, because it takes us 5 years to set up that many rail stations, and every single thing has to be made somewhere and then put into the rail system. It's just, it's a lot to get started. Is it this one? No. It's this one. There we go. Okay, so that should run a few times. It shouldn't outsert anything because it's not making either of those results. So I'll just have it put the results into a chest while cotton guts keep spinning up. That already finished its first recipe. That's got 4 now. But the problem is it's going to turn all the Moondrops into seeds, and the seeds are going to back up for a long time. So I actually do, I'm going to cut it off at 2. So that way the seeds back up much sooner, which will allow the Moondrops to back up much sooner, which I, for now, will put those in a chest. And that will allow us to put more Moondrops in these buildings. So then I will take out of these guys. Maybe I shouldn't have stopped them, but whatever. So we'll get these running sooner. And actually, I'll put all of those seeds in this output, and then it'll back up even more. What? Oh my god. Come on, Krydax. Whitelist. I always think it's gonna be whitelisted properly, and then it's blacklisted, and I forgot to change it. A number of times I've done that. I kind of wish... What's the way to say this? In fact, I know some things in Minecraft do this, but not all things, which makes it even more confusing, where it's a blacklist when it's a blank list, and then it switches to whitelist as soon as you add something to the list. And I kind of wish either that's how it worked or you could make it work like that. Because at least with these inserters, it's true. If I just place it down, I just want it to work on everything, which is blacklist nothing. But as soon as I select something, it's almost always wanting to whitelist just that thing. So it would be kind of nice if that's how it worked by default. And yeah, Alor, you can complain about LTN, but I'm not gonna argue. I think LTN is definitely the place, or Pi is definitely the place for LTN, as you say. And I think now Bold Viking, he's not using it. You definitely don't need it, but it sure is useful. And it fits my playstyle, which I think is the more important part, where it's like, whether or not it's useful is almost irrelevant if you want to use it, is the far more relevant question. Gosh, even the Moondrop greenhouses look so cool. I don't know what the point of that spinning thing is, but it looks cool. Maybe it focuses the sunlight somehow. I don't know. Also, they're all 01, which is kind of funny. What would be so cool, and again, this would require like sprite manipulation that I know Factorio can't do in the engine, but what if, like, as you placed them, that number incremented? And so it'd be like 01, 02, 03, 04, and then, you know, later it's 09, 10, 11, and then eventually, like, after you place 99, it loops back. But that would be so cool. If that was even possible, which it's not. The 01 probably does stand for Mark 1. You're probably right, now that you say it. Can't really know without seeing the sprite for the Mark II, though, which is, let's see, how far away is that? Greenhouse. That's going to be probably after Factorio Space Age releases, after I beat Factorio Space Age, and then eventually come back to pYanodon's, which at that point may or may not have its own Space Age modification, which at that point I might restart pYanodon's. So we'll see. I guess there's a chance I get to Red Circuits before October. Feels like it's forever away though, so I don't want to make any promises. Hey, more Moondrops. Let's go. And that should prioritize properly. Yeah. Cool. And then it feeds back into itself. Alright, neat. I'm going to call it an episode there. For those of you on YouTube, as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And I will see you all in the next episode.